Now, my friends, his soul will be returned inside his body, inside his grave. Now it will be the grave's turn. And what will the grave say? The grave will say, كُنْتَ لَأَبْغَزْ مَنْ يَمْشِي عَلَى ظَهْرِ إِلَيَّ. Out of all the people that walked on me, you, Abdullah, was the one I hated most of all. You, O Abdullah, was the one I hated most of all. O Abdullah, I've been waiting for you all this time. I've been waiting for you to come to me. Now that you have come to me today I will make you pay the price. Today you will know how I will deal with you. At that time, my young friends, the grave will embrace him with such force that the ribs of one side, they will penetrate into the other side. And Rasulullah ﷺ practically demonstrated this. He took the fingers of his right hand and he placed them in the fingers of his left hand like this. This is what will happen. This is what will happen. And now the angels Munkar and Nakir will come. Jibreel Amin on one occasion asked Rasulullah, Ya Rasulullah, I want you to describe these angels for me. So Nabi Kareem ﷺ was told, O Muhammad, without telling you the size of these angels, أبصارهما كالبرق الخاطف وأصواتهما كالرعد القاصف وأنيابهما كالصياص وأنفاسهما كاللهب يطعان في أشعارهما بين منكبي كل واحد منهما مسيرة كذا وكذا. أبصارهما كالبرق الخاطف, that their eyes glitter like lightning. Seen a flash of lightning? This is how their eyes glitter. وأصواتهما كالرعد القاصف, you know their voices rumble like thunder. وأنيابهما كالصياص, their teeth are like the horns of a bull. Their hair reach their feet. The distance between their shoulders is miles apart. You know, if you wanted to cover the distance from one shoulder to other shoulders, it would take you days and days. كَنُّزِيَتْ مِنْهُمُ الرَّحْفَ وَالرَّحْمَ إِلَّا بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Rasulullah ﷺ was told that in these people, there is not even an ounce of mercy inside their hearts. Their mercy is only for the true believers. They will come to everyone. مَا كُلِّ وَاحِدٍ مِّنْهُمَا عَمُودٌ مِّنْ حَدِيدٍ لَوْ اجْتَمَعَ عَلَيْهِمْ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ مَا حَرَّكُوهُ. Each one of them will carry a hammer of steel. My young friends, all those within the dunya, from the humankind and jinn kind, if they were to get together just to pick up one of these hammers, never mind moving it an inch, they will not be even be able to move it a millimeter. Not even a millimeter. They will come to him in his grave. They will reproach him. فَيَنْطَحِرَانِ انْتِحَارًا يَتَقَعْقَوْ مِنْهُ عِظَامُهُ وَتَغُولُ أَعْذَامُ مِنْ مَفَاصِلِهِ فَيَخِرَّ مَخْشِينَ عَلَيْهِ. They will reproach him in such a manner, Allah protect, that every bone in his body will begin to crack. Every bone, they will reproach him. He will faint. When he comes round, they will ask the three questions. مَنْ رَبُّكَ مَا دِينُكَ مَنْ هَذَا رَجُلٌ. Ya hadha, i'rif makanak. Recognize where you are. Look around you. The dunya has come to an end. You are now inside the grave. Tell us, man rabbuk, who is your Lord? Now you and I were sitting here and we're thinking, yeah, yar, I read the kalima la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Who doesn't know the answer to these? Who doesn't know the answer to these? My Lord is Allah, my deen is Islam, and this man is Muhammad. Who doesn't? These are simple. My young friends, you know, in there, if you haven't lived a life according to the teachings of Allah and His Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you know what? Just as those that wine and dine whilst they're alive are wining and dining on deathbed, and rather reading the kalima la ilaha illallah, they're uttering nonsense like give me intoxicants to drink. If you spend a life like this, when these angels ask you these simple questions, and indeed they are simple questions, my friends, you will not have the answer. Now this guy was wining and dining. You know, when the question is asked, Man Rabbuk, who is your Lord? What do you think he will say? Allah says in the Quran, أَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهُ هَوَىٰ. You know, he was one of those, his God, his Lord was his desire. He didn't listen to Allah, he didn't follow the teachings of Rasulullah, he was following his desires. His desire was saying, you know what, this girl's absolutely, she's dynamite, she's beautiful, go for her. He was going for her. His nafs was saying, forget salah, yaar, let's go chill with the boys, hang out on the street corners. He was doing this. His nafs was saying, you know what, It's not too bad to have a tablet or two. Enjoy yourself. You know, you've only got 10, 15 years, lives to enjoy. That's what he was doing. He was listening to every single thing that his nafs was saying. This was his God, so what is he going to say? La ha la adri. I don't know. We'll ask him. Man, they're going to ask him, Ma deen, what's your deen? There was no deen in his life, yeah? You know, he believed that, you know, you turn to Allah when you're 70. You know, when you can't pull anymore, you've got nowhere to go. You know, bones are cracking, you've got arthritis, you know, you become weak, you know, wrinkles on your faces. This is what he believed, that you go for Hajj at that age. Till then, you know, you enjoy. So what's he going to say? What's your deen? There was no deen in his life. He was just a chiller. Man hadha rajul. Who was this man? He didn't know who Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was. He read the kalima la ilaha, but he didn't know who Muhammad was. He never followed Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He used to follow the likes of, you know, Ronaldos and the Messis, the Ronaldinhos. He used to follow people like, you know, the movie stars, these pop stars, you know, the way they were combing their hair, the walking the walk and talking the talk and the clothes and the cars, you name it. For him, they were the role models. What's he going to turn around? What's he going to say? He's going to have an answer. Aha la adri. And at that time, my friends, فَيَضْرِبَانِهِ ضَرْبَةً يَتَتَايَرُ الشَّرَرُ فِي قَبْرِهِ. They will strike him with that mace with such force, my young friends, that the sparks will spread throughout the grave. Sparks will spread, and it will be said to him, look above, and a door will be open to paradise. He will look above, he will the door will be open to paradise. He will be able to see paradise. He will be able to see the blessings of paradise. And it will be said, Ya adu Allah, O enemy of Allah, Hada manziluk law ata'ta Allah. Had you worshipped Allah, then this was your abode. But you didn't. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam at that time swore by his life. Walladhi nafsi biyadih. He swore by his life, you know, at that time. He will feel such regret, the likes of which he's never felt before. No, that's when reality will come before his eyes. You know, he's seeing Jahannam, and he knows now that he's been deprived. He knows what's going to happen thereafter. At that time, Rasulullah swore by his life that that individual will feel such regret, the likes of which he's never felt before. A door will be open towards hell, and it will be said, O adu Allah, hada manziluk lima asayt Allah. O enemy of Allah, this is your abode because you disobeyed Allah. And the hot fire of Jahannam will keep on entering his grave, and he will roast right till the day of judgment.